What's up guys, it's MD Shady and today we'll be doing a top 10 list of Funko Pop albums. So, let's check it out.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh. So, like I said, today we will be doing a top 10 list on my personal favorite top 10 Funko Pop albums, and there are, I believe, 38 different pop albums that are out right now, so there was a lot to go through and to see with there's deluxes, there's your regular pop albums, and kind of make a perfect top 10 list in my opinion at least. So let's start off with number 10. So unfortunately I don't have all of the pops on this list, but I do have 4 of the pops on this list. So for the ones that I do have, I will show off, but the other ones, we'll just throw a photo up. So starting off at number 10, I have AC/DC's Highway to Hell. This is a really cool pop album. I love how this looks. The album cover itself is sweet, and then you have the pop itself, which looks so cool with the devil tail. I love how they added that detail, and of course the devil horns coming through the hat. There's the side of the box, as well as the back of the box, which is pretty much just the same as the front because it is the cover as well as the pop itself. And I like this because it's simplistic. You have the pop itself as well as the album cover, and it matches the cover, which is good. This would be a good candidate for one of the deluxe pops so that you can have all of the members of the band on the side, which I really do enjoy the deluxe pops, but there is something about the regular ones as well that just looks so good. So I knew that AC/DC had to make the list at some point, especially with Highway to Hell coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is a pop that I unfortunately don't own because it is from pretty much my favorite band of all time, and that is Kiss's Destroyer. This is a deluxe pop, and I just really enjoy this. It didn't rank too high on my list because it is 4 singular pops that are kind of put into a 4-pack, but it's Destroyer, pretty much my favorite album of all time, and the pops look so good, especially when you compare them to the original Kiss pops that we got. And I believe that in this deluxe albums, these pops are glow in the dark as well, so that's pretty dang sweet. So I knew it had to make the list, Destroyer being one of my favorite albums and Kiss pretty much being my favorite band of all time. I can't wait to get this in my collection. Now moving on to number 8 on my list, I have Tupac with Tupacalypse Now. This is a great pop albums. It's perfect because you have Tupac as the pop itself. You have the album cover, which shows Tupac, and I believe there's a couple of other guys in the background, but Tupac has the exact outfit that he's wearing, and he's pretty much doing the same pose that he's doing with the rings on his hands and everything, so that's why I knew it had to make the list. It's one of those pops that just makes sense. They didn't throw something together that just doesn't look right. It's Tupac. He looks just the same on the album cover, so that's why it's coming in at number 8. Moving on to number 7 on the list, I have Linkin Park's Reanimation. This is a more obscure, weird pop album. You have the cover itself as well as the pop, and the pop is like a mecha kind of robot thing. So it is one of those weird albums where it's not actually the artist, it is just the character, I guess you could say, that is on the album cover. And I think Funko did a really good job with this. So there's a lot of detail that's put into this mecha robot, and it matches the cover pretty well, I think. I believe on the cover itself he is in a turned position, whereas the pop is sticking out straight, which I don't really like that. Maybe if it was turned on an angle a bit to match the album cover itself perfectly, then it might have ranked a little bit higher, but I still think that coming in at number 7 is pretty good. Coming in at number 6 on my list, I have Iron Maiden's Power Slave. This is an awesome pop albums. I don't own it. I have seen it in stores, and I don't know why I haven't bought it yet because it is such a cool album cover to begin with, and the pop that it comes with is so cool as well. You have Eddie, and he's kind of this King Tut looking. He's on the throne, and it's a crazy pop albums because you don't really see a lot of things like that. It's almost like a deluxe pop inside of this. So you get the deluxe aspect of it, but you also get the albums aspect of it. So that's really cool. You smash them together, you get a great Pop Albums with Power Slave. There's a lot of detail that goes into Eddie sitting on that throne, as well as I believe it's almost like you get a Poppin' Buddy with this as well, because there are two little statues that are in front that are popified, I guess you could say. So that's really cool. This is one of the best Pop Albums we've seen. Coming in at number 5 on my list, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style. This is so cool. I really enjoy this. We finally get a Snoop Dogg pop. We got 5 different Snoop Dogg pops with the announcement, and one is a Pop Albums of Doggy Style, his debut album, which is so cool. The album cover looks sweet, and the pop of Snoop is arguably my favorite of the 5 different pops that we've seen with this announcement. So it's really cool. It's very simplistic, at least the pop itself. You have Snoop with his braids, and then you have him in like the checkered like flannel that he's wearing, which is perfect. That's how I want to see a Snoop Dogg pop, besides if maybe we see a Snoop Dogg pop soon with his like more current attire, because he is older now and he wears his hair kind of just back with the dreads kind of in the back. So this is a really cool younger Snoop Dogg pop, and it is a Pop Albums with Doggy Style, so I knew it had to come in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 on my list, I have another Pop Albums Deluxe, and that is The Doors' Waiting for the Sun. This is a really cool, and I like the cover. It's not the most crazy like animated or detailed cover itself, but the pops are what makes this great. You have the 4 band members on the cover, as well as the 4 band members as the pops. Their attires in these pops fit the album perfectly, so I knew it had to make the list. I love when Funko does this, where they have the pops themselves that match the cover. I know with a lot of these deluxe pops, they either take pops that they've already done, or they kind of make a couple new pops, but sometimes the attires don't match the cover, and that just doesn't make sense to me. So they nailed it with The Doors' Waiting for the Sun. Coming in at number 3 on my list, we have Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die. This is the first ever Pop Albums, and it is one of my favorites. This is such a cool album. Yeah, this is so cool. I love how simplistic the album is, and then the pop is also super simplistic and matches the album perfectly, and that's exactly what I like to see when it comes to a Pop Albums. So they definitely nailed it with this one, especially when you're showing off this new line of pops, and you got to get it good on the first one, or else people might not be interested in it. So I think Funko did a great job. Moving on to number 2 on my list, we have Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. This is a great album, as well as a great pop album. I mean, Ozzy, can't go wrong with it. Look at that pop. There's so much detail going into that pop with the blood, as well as the makeup that he has on his face to match exactly what the album looks like, and that is perfect. I mean, you even have his arms out like to the side, really close to his head, which you don't see a lot of times with pops, because the arms are obviously small where the heads are huge, so it's hard to kind of pose their hands, especially when they are so far out, especially close to the head. So they did a great job on this. Here's a little bit of a better shot of the album itself, so you can see exactly what I mean with the hand positioning. And then there's the pop. Look at the blood on the fingers. That's so cool. The tattered clothes. This is awesome. I love this album, and this Pop Albums, they definitely nailed it with this one. And finally, coming in at number 1 on my top 10 favorite pop albums, My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade. This is one of my favorite albums of all time, and they nailed it with this pop. You have the skeleton soldier there marching, and then you have the pop itself, which looks so good. I couldn't believe it when Funko announced this as the 5th pop album. I thought that it was such a masterpiece. So it does have more of a simplistic design, which I do like about the Pop Albums. There's just something about that I really do enjoy, and that pop itself is just done so well. There's so much detail that has gone into it, and it has a marching pose. If Funko could have easily just had this thing standing and it maybe wouldn't have even made the top 10 list at all, but they have it exactly how it looks on the cover, and that's why it is my favorite pop albums so far, because I'm sure one day there might be another one that I like more than this, but thus far, The Black Parade, my favorite pop albums. So anyways, guys, there you have it. That's my top 10 list of my favorite pop albums. If you liked it, don't forget to smash the like button, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and let me know what is your favorite pop albums. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the little notification bell to be notified when future content like this video gets released. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace in, peace out.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.